Good morning, dear friends. I, Professor Asha Nagane, welcome back you in my the next lecture, that is uh, function. How we can define the function in Java. But first of all, I introduce the what is the function. Function, it is nothing but the block of statement which perform a specific task. As you know, function having the four part, like return type, means we have to write the return type of it, okay, rt. Then function name, that is fn function name. Then having the parameter list and its return and its body. Okay, so function having the basic part of function, how we can define the function. So for defining the function, we have to follow the prototype. So its prototype, it is nothing but we have to define the return type, that means the data type which should be returned by the function, which particular value returned by the function. Then function name, and then the parameter list. So this parameter list contain any the variable list, or we can say the array list, or we can say the object list. So it is depending upon the program. And then function body, and function body, it is nothing but the block of statement which perform a specific task. So before means we when we create any programming in our Java code, so we have to create some function. So before that we have to create the class, because the class, it is nothing but the encapsulation of various types of functions which works under that class. So we have to define the class first. So class like xyz, then we have to define some variables. So here we define some variable like integer sal, string name. Okay, so here we define the two variables which in a class type. That means the scope of that particular variable, it is nothing but the our whole of the class. So here I assign the value like int. Then I just define the function whose name is get data. So void is the return type. Then function name get data. Get data, it is a function name. Then parameter list is empty. Okay. Now I just declare and define that function in the class which name is xyz. So here sal, I just assign the value sal is equals to 20,000, and name I assign that like xyz. Okay, so I define the function whose definition is I just assign the value or value to that particular variable which having the scope global, or we can say the instance variable. Instance variable, why? Because it is those variable are defined in the class. So we can use those variable in various type of function. So I just declare and assign those variable a particular value. Here I am going to define the next function void put data. Okay, whose again the return type of that particular function is void, means this function cannot be written anything. Then the parameter list of that particular function is empty. That means we doesn't have pass anything here. Now I just display that particular variable value by using the system dot out dot println. Here the name is colon plus name. Okay, by using this statement I want to just print the name of that particular variable whatever I assigned in getData. Then again the system dot out dot println. Here I want to print the salary. So the sal is like plus we can define the class. What is the class? Class, it is nothing but the encapsulation of the number of variables and the number of functions. So we are gathered together the number of variables like sal and name and the number of function like get data and put data in under the one name whose name is XYZ. But here our Java program is not completed. Why? Because we doesn't define the main function, which is essential part in the paradigm of the Java program. So we just declared here the class, but we don't use these particular functions and variables up till now. When we have to create first we have to create the object of that particular class. How we can create the object? So for that we have to define the main function. So for the main function, we can define the main function within the XYZ class, or we can define the another class. So the Java program becomes the multiple class program. So here I just defined the one class which included the two functions, get data and put data. In get data we just assign the value of variable, and those variable we just define in the as a class variable. After that we just close the XYZ class. Now I define the another class name is XYZ main. Okay, and why I just given the name XYZ main? Because I am going to define the main function in this class. So I just give the name like XYZ main. So here public static void main. So it is the main function. Syntax, then string args. Okay, this is the main syntax for main function, and here I have to create the object of XYZ class. How we can create the object? For creating the object of XYZ class, I have to use the new operator. Okay, so and the next thing is constructor. So you know that constructor are used for initialize the object or creating the object. Here we are using the default constructor for creating object. So here I just write the XYZ x equals to XYZ is a class name, x is a object name, then new is an operator, then I am using the XYZ, then parenthesis, and this is nothing but the default constructor. Okay, this is the operator, this is object name, and this is class name. So how the syntax will become for creating the object? This is nothing but the class name, then object name equals to new operator, and then constructor. So here I am using the default constructor. I also use the parameterized constructor because there are two types of the constructor. Actually there are three types of the constructor, but third type is not supported by the Java. So here I am going to use the default constructor for creating the object, and it is a new technique which is create the object in Java. Because you are go through with the C++, there we are just declare the name of the object and we are calling the functions. But here we have to follow the syntax for creating the object, and the syntax is you have to write the class name, then object name equals to new, and then constructor. It is a parameterized constructor or a default constructor. Also we can first define the declare the objects, and then we can initialize the objects. But here we use the combination of those things. So after that we are just calling the function by using the object name. So here the object is x, and we are calling the get data. get data with 0 parameter, means empty parenthesis. After that x dot put data. Here we are calling two functions with the help of objects like get data and put data. Here our main function is closed and then our second class is closed. So how we can save this file? Remember that in main, that means the class, which class having the main function, we have to save that particular file with this class name. Okay, why? Because whenever we compile this program, so after compilation it creates the class file, and this particular class file going to run with the main function. So it will be searched by the main. If you saved that file by using this xyz class name, it will work. But when you run this file, you have to use the name which the name of that particular class which having the main function. So it is simplest way, we just store that program by using those class name or this class name which having the main function. So here the main function included in class xyz main. So we have to store that particular program with xyz main dot java. After that we have to compile it by using the JDK tool, that is java c xyz main dot java. It will create the class file if this program does not have any syntactical error. After that we got the class file and we have to run that particular file with another JDK tool, that is whose name is java. So java xyz main, you got the answer. How this particular program will compile and execute. So after using this command line or this command, this program will compile. If there is no syntactical error, then it will create our class file, and the execution of this particular file will be like, first it will create the object, that means the main function will be called. After that it will create the object. With the help of this object, it will find the get data. It is x come from the xyz, and xyz is a class, and this class is here. So get data got the definition. Okay. So after that this definition will be executed. So here the sal. Where is the sal? Sal is here. What is the sal? Sal, it is nothing but the data member of the xyz class. So sal means this particular variable got by the compiler which assign the value, then name assign the value. After that it will return on the main again. The next statement will be executed, and the next statement, it is nothing but the x dot put data. So what is this? This is all again xyz, it is an object. Whose object? The class which name is xyz, it will got the definition and it will execute those things which is written in our put data function. Okay, so this is the small example how we can create the multiple classes in Java with the main function. We can define the main function here also. What will be the changes? We have to save this file by using the xyz .java. Okay, so it works as similar as like this, but here we are using the concept of multiple classes, how we can create the multiple classes in Java. Okay, so for that we have to clear the concept of functioning. So the prototype of function, it is nothing but which having the return type, function name, and then parameter list and its body. Okay, so we can create the number of function which is encapsulated in one class name and the number of data member which is encapsulated in one class name. So here we create the user defined data type, that is nothing but the class which having the number of functions and number of data member. How we are going to use those number of data member and functions? By using the object. Okay, so by using the object we can call all the data members and member function of the class, but before that we have to create the objects. So how we can create the object? By following the syntax, and the syntax, it is nothing but the class name, then we have to declare the object name, then new operator, and then we have to call the constructor. So here we use the two type of constructor, first is default and second one is a parameterized. Here we use the default constructor. Default constructor means there is no parameter list in parenthesis, as well we did not create that particular constructor in our program because it is default. So next step, it is nothing but the calling the function. How we can call the function? By using the object name, that means the object name dot operator, then function name. Likewise we can call number of functions in our program. So it is a simple program which included the number of concepts like class, how we can create the class, the multiple classes in Java, how we can create the object, how we can call the functions, how we can assign the data members, how we can use the data member with the functions. So it is okay for today. This is the small example of that particular thing, how we can create the multiple classes in Java program with a function. Thank you.